the Accessible Channel, making media accessible to everyone.
Natasha McDougall paints alongside her daughter at their home in Calgary.
Afterward, I'm going to try some of this color.
Which color is that? Oh, red. Sure.
This one looks like a chestnut color.
They paint horses.
This guy's standing on a hill. This one's on the hill too.
Put a little flower in the grass.
And a sun. Accessible Media reporter Carrie Anton interviewed Natasha McDougall, spokesperson for Comic Vision in Calgary.
Natasha, you were key in bringing Comic Vision to Calgary. How did this come about?
So I kind of got involved with the foundation Fighting Blindness through my dad. He's a motorcyclist, a Harley enthusiast, and he did the Ride for Sight every year. And through him, I managed to meet the rest of the team out in Toronto where our national office is. And they asked me if I would be interested in bringing Comic Vision to Calgary. And we thought, what a great event, because Calgary, we all like to laugh. And Calgary is a city that has done a lot of fantastic things with fundraising. So we brought it out in 2007 was the first year. We had, I think, 220 attendees, and in our very first year we raised $52,000. So it was a really good start to the event, and had lots of great local sponsors that kind of brought us on and welcomed us to Calgary. So it was wonderful.
Comic Vision has exploded since the start. Tell us what it's like now.
Well, today it's a lot bigger event. We're well over 300. We've moved to a larger venue just to accommodate all the people who want to come, which is wonderful. We're starting to get more well known as far as the foundation goes here in Alberta, which is fantastic, because really 4 years ago people had never heard of them and didn't realize this is something we would like to fundraise for, which is essentially funding research to stop genetic blindness.
What does it take to run something like Comic Vision?
Well, it takes a dedicated committee that is willing to work together, and all of us are volunteers in order to bring this event to fruition. The reason I'm really involved with it is my daughter, Rose McDougall, was born profoundly deaf back in 2003, and then 2 years later we found she was also losing her sight due to a rare syndrome called Usher syndrome. So she has retinitis pigmentosa and her vision is tunneling.
How has the work you've done with the foundation helped your family and Rosie?
Not only has she learned how to advocate for herself, but also to realize that in order to make differences and make miracles happen in people's lives, that you have to work for them and work together and help fund this research. So one of the positive things we've noticed is Rosie is profoundly deaf, but listens and speaks because she has bilateral cochlear implants, so essentially bionic ears. And we've seen a miracle happen in her life, so we truly believe that a miracle of restoring her sight is possible within her lifetime.
What has the foundation Fighting Blindness done for you?
Well, they've done a lot for me, actually. It's been great. I've managed to meet other families and parents whose children or adults are affected by the similar syndrome. Usher syndrome is very rare. You just don't meet a lot of people, so it's been a real chance for me to meet other parents and other adults and children who are affected and have a better understanding what's it like to, work with them and to find this cure.
What are your hopes for Comic Vision, and where does it go from here?
I hope it just gets bigger and better. I hope that this evening in particular, everybody laughs so hard they do actually cry, not because of the speech that anyone makes. And I hope that it just raises $65,000 or $75,000 tonight, and that would just be fantastic.
Can you describe what a night at Comic Vision is like?
So on an evening, if we're going to talk about what is it like to attend Comic Vision, you'd walk in at the front entrance, you're going to be able to hear the sounds of neon lights going on and off because of all the retro gas pumps. Some of them are dating from 1940s. Surrounding you would be these classic, beautiful cars, some of them from the 20s and 30s. Above you are hanging these amazing signs advertising all the different oil companies that used to exist in the 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. We're going to guide you upstairs to our silent auction. In there you'll have a chance to bid on such wonderful things as Dell laptop donated by Dell Canada. You have the opportunity to feel this awesome Kona Africa bike donated by Bo Cycle. You're going to get to actually feel your way through to a signed Jerome McGinley jersey. After that is done, at 8 o'clock we close promptly and we start onto our show. So we usher everyone to their seats, everyone sits down and play a really fun game called Glasses On, Glasses Off. We're going to use RP glasses, which simulate what it's like to have retinitis pigmentosa or tunnel vision. Everybody gets a choice at the start of the game to either put their glasses on or off. I'm going to flip a coin, and I think on is represented by heads, and those of us who still have their glasses on, I'm going to get heads, are still going to be able to stand up. Everybody else has to sit down. Then I flip coin toss again till we get down to 8 people. We bring those 8 people up on stage, do the final coin tossing on stage, and the last person standing will win a Samsung Galaxy tablet, courtesy of Bell, so that's pretty exciting. After that, we start our live auction, and we've got a great auctioneer. He's hilarious. He's an actual cattle and ranch and farm auctioneer, so that guy talk really fast. And he's going to go through our 5 live auction prizes.
Now 3,000. Here we go. 5,250.
Rose sits on Natasha's lap.
So after that is all done, we would really have a thank you to our sponsors, and I would stand up and tell people why I'm involved with this and why this cause is so important to me, and tell them about Rose, because she's my hero. And after we're done that, we would let the comedy begin, and it would be 3 great A-list comics who are going to make you laugh your guts out.
Natasha smiles and looks at Rose. They finish and sign their painting.
Do you want to paint a heart like I did by my name?
I'm doing a star.
Oh, a star is a good idea.
The Accessible Channel, making media accessible to everyone.